again, coming back to your splenic authority, which is where you turn for guidance in those situations, you can check in and be like, what is my intuition telling me about this situation right now?
Yeah.
You know, what it is, if is it telling me put the phone down?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure. I think one of the reasons, not I think, I know one of the reasons why I have been, since around November, December, I've been so focused on like my physical well being is because I just know I need to figure out a way to come back to center. And that is right now through exercise, and just to step away from the news when I can. It's a hard balance. I know that it's important to be informed. Yeah, it's just hard.
Well, I mean, and even just kind of stepping out of the human design bubble, like what I can offer you is just like an option of check in with yourself on when it would feel like a good idea to go get informed. You know, would it feel good to turn on the morning news before you've done what you need to do in your morning routine?
No, that was recipe for disaster. The whole day is gone.
Right? So again, it's like kind of being able to check in and say, okay, well, if I know that I'm a very sensitive person and I really like literally I'm looking at your chart, there's an energy center there called the emotional solar plexus, which is all about the energy that you feel emotionally, right? Um, if you're like, I know that I'm kind of emotionally open and sensitive, so if somebody else is in pain, I'm going to feel that pain.
Hmm.
Then you get to decide, okay, am I at a point right now in this moment, spontaneously,
Hmm.
intuitively, is this the moment that I want to open up my emotions to receive something from the outer world just so I can be informed?
Hmm. Yeah.
Or would it be a different moment where I feel fortified, I feel grounded, and then I can check in on the news,
Yeah.
right? So
That's just like
that's
setting boundaries with myself, you know, like
mm,
right now is not the time. Do what you need to do to like you said, to fortify myself, to build myself up, replenish myself, and then turn to the outer world, whether that is
mhm,
like big picture or even just taking care of my kids, like more than just like the surface stuff, right? And
mhm.
being present for my husband and such. So yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, yeah. And so again, this is unique to you. So somebody might be listening to this and they might be a projector, but their intuition might not be where they turn to get the clarity that they need to make that decision in the moment. It might be something like they need to check in, how do they feel emotionally, or they need to talk it out with a trusted friend or something like that. So that's what makes human design so unique, is that we can't use this cookie cutter, one size fits all, everybody needs to go out and make it happen type of thing, because you are unique. That's like the thing we were talking about at the beginning of the conversation. It's like we were all made, nothing is wrong, nothing is a coincidence, but
Hmm.
the way you are, the way you are designed is unique to you. And so it's like you have your own rule book and your own playbook, and part of it is really just understanding, okay, what do you need? You know, what do you need for boundaries? What do you need for feeling safe, feeling protective, feeling joy, feeling bliss? All of that, that's you. And the person next to you, that may not be their thing, and that's okay.
Yeah. So you said that I think it's my splenic center, so like go inward for like for decision making. Is that
Hmm.
right? So what? Yes, or correct me,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah,
Okay.
go. Yep. Hmm.
So I realized that whenever I'm going through something where I have to make like a big decision and I just need clarity, I remove myself from people. And I used to say that that was my toxic trait or my bad habit, but I really do not find, I don't find it helpful to go to talk about my challenges, even with people that I love and I trust their advice. My thing is, I need to figure out what is the issue here. Like, what is the challenge that I'm facing? Like, get clear about it. What are my options? Pray about it, meditate about it. And then when I'm about to make a decision or I've made a decision, then I can actually verbalize what's going on. Is that because of my personality type? Um, or that's just me.
That feels like a very like projector thing to say, right? Again, so um I actually, when you're speaking, what it's making me think of is you are basically a 60% undefined, which means you're in those energy centers that we're talking about. You're 60% susceptible to influence from the outer world.
Hmm.
So if you naturally feel like in order for me to make a decision that's going to serve me, I need to retreat and I need
Hmm.
to get back to self, that's
Hmm.
100% of like chef's kiss. Like you already cracked your own code there because it allows you to close those windows that are open to the outer world, figure out what's going on, and then come back to your knowing, your sensing, which is your splenic authority. It's like you don't even necessarily know how you know, it just comes,
Hmm.
right? And
Hmm.
so that's a great process that you've created for yourself to help you make those decisions.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. So again, it's like, we start having these conversations and people tell me just like you're telling me about experiences and I'm like you're validating right now what's in your chart. Like you and you may have thought these were coincidences up until now, but it's like, oh no, no, no. Keep doing what you're doing. You are on the right track. Do more of it and see what happens. And when it comes to you in general, but when it comes to your business, you have all the energy. You will do what you need to do to earn that income. That's not a problem. But for you, where you will really see alignment and is when you are passionate about the work that you're doing and you want to show up every day and do it.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah, yeah. So all money ain't good money. You don't have a
True.
problem. You're taken care of. You know how to manage resources. So what will serve you is moving away from the idea that the money needs to come first and that's what's going to make the decisions and really leaning into intuitively what am I passionately drawn towards. Let's go over there and the money will come.
Mm, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense. I think the underlying piece of this conversation, what I received is really like close the doors, close the windows, and just come back to myself. You know.
It's You got it. It's like take your shoes off after you out here in the world before you step into your
Exactly.
house.
Mhm.
Wash your hands, wash the city off your body. It's that same principle. And when you
Yes.
do that, it will be so much easier for you to hear your intuition and let it guide you where you need to go.
Mm, I love that.
You're as your aura, you're here to help the people around you bring out the best in themselves.
Hmm.
But the way that you do that is to let them do it for themselves. Right. So figuring out ways to help your like just and to take it away from you and just kind of be more like hypothetical.
Hmm.
Instead of cleaning the child's room, a projector is best at helping the child figure out the optimal way to get them to clean their own room.
Yeah, that makes
You know.
sense. That makes sense.
And you might really want to get up in there after they're done and be like, let me actually tidy it up a little bit more because they didn't do it quite right. But like
Right.
they're not going to learn that way. It's
Yeah.
about it's like being a coach, being like a basketball coach. The basketball coach don't take the basketball out of the kid's hand and dunk it in the net. Show
True.
them show them how to dunk it in the way that's best for them. And maybe they actually don't dunk. Maybe they're more of a 3-point shot. You know what I
And
mean?
that's still good. Yeah, for sure.
Right.